Okay, thank you everyone. Good day. Uh, I would like first of all to thank you, the organizing committee, Professor Ramasamy, for giving me an opportunity to present the result of my work in laboratory, which is the result of collaboration with National Research Agency and Innovation of Indonesia in Jakarta and Faculty of Medicine, Darussalam Bank Indonesia. The title of my talk today will be the anti-cancer activity test of some dimethyl 4 carboxylate against cervical cancer cell line HeLa. Uh, I'm as the presenter, as also the main person in this work in the laboratory. This work is funded by a HEDI project by Asian Development Bank and Lambung, Indonesia. Let us start. I will start with the step organotin 4 and then introduction of application of the organotin, experimental work, result to date, conclusion and future direction, and acknowledgement. The history of organotin started when Sir Edward Franklin, which is the first chemist who synthesized organotin compound in 1950s. Since then, the development of this compound and its derivative is very fast, and the application of this compound has become very important. This is the picture of Sir Edward Franklin, and this is the structure of the first compound synthesized by him, which is diethylene for iodide. And then after this finding, this compound becomes so important and uh, developed very fast. Although at the time, in about 1970s to 1980s, the initial focus of organotin 4 compound was tributyltin 4 carboxylate, as shown in figure 3. So this is the figure of um, the compound focus at the time, yeah, because when this compound used, the derivative of this compound is very strong as antifouling, wood preservative, antifungi, and then mostly the derivative of this compound was used as antifouling. However, after a few years, about 20 years or so, it is found that this compound was toxic. This compound was toxic, and then finally was banned by United Nations of Environmental Program or UNEP in 2004. After this ban, then the focus was moved to other compound. And why this compound is researched by many chemists? Because it's strengthening for wood preservative, stabilizer for polymer, agricultural biocide, and the very important one, many biological activities such as antifungi, anti-corrosion. This one is the I mean, not really biological activities. Disinfectant, anti-fouling, antibacterial, anti-malaria, and anti-cancer, which is now our main focus. Yeah, our main focus is now as anti-cancer because some derivative of this compound so very interesting and very active as anti-cancer agent. In this method's work, the following steps have been carried out in our laboratory and in our co-worker laboratory, which is in National Research Innovation and Agency in Jakarta. So we synthesize up to the dibutyltin 4 carboxylate for this work, but this one is only part of our work because we actually synthesize about 30 nine compound, and we're testing all of them with some cancer, and then characterization of this compound, and then in vitro anti-cancer testing. Uh, Actually, we are doing the anti-cancer activity not only again HeLa, as I saw in the title of the talk, we also testing them again MCF7 breast cancer, A 549 lung cancer, also HeLa, and then we compare with normal cell, actually to see the selectivity index of the compound tested. We use MTT and also direct method counting. Okay, what are the results? So 3-dibutyl 4 compound derivative, which is dibutyl to uh, tin 4 to hydroxybenzoate, 3 hydroxybenzoate, and 4 hydroxybenzoate were successfully prepared by reaction of dibutyl tin oxide with free ligand of 2 hydroxybenzoic acid, 3 hydroxybenzoic acid, and 4 hydroxybenzoic acid. The compounds were in good yield with effect more than 90%. The 3-dibutyl tin 4 compounds studied were shown in figure 4. These compounds were characterized by spectroscopy technique of proton NMR, carbon NMR, UV, and FTIR. Microanalysis were also taken for a compound and were present in table 1. These are the compound that uh, we were synthesized in this work. This one is dibutyl tin 4 2 hydroxy benzoate. This one 3 hydroxy benzoate, and this one is 4 hydroxy benzoate. As I told you that we actually prepare many compound, but due to the limitation in the present today, we only reported 3 compound. The other have been published in some journal. Yeah. And then we characterize all the compound with proton NMR. This one is the set of the proton NMR. And then this one is the carbon NMR. All of them showing a good result, especially for the carbon. We can clearly see the different chemical shift for carbonyl group attached to the tin compound. Yeah, they're also, although they also more different, but they're very, very different from one to another. And then the UV analysis also keeping a slightly different from one to another compound. And then these are the FTIR result of the compound synthesis, showing good result. Also, microelemental analysis data, where the compound giving a good result between theoretical and analysis less than 1%, showing that the synthesis were successfully carried out, successfully performed in our laboratory. These are the most important results. As I told you, actually, we did testing against for cancer. But why I focus on the HeLa in this work? Because in my other similar work with this one, HeLa is so interesting. because giving selectivity index less than 10, which is not quite good actually, because we prefer to have selective index, selectivity index less than more than 10, I mean. So we can do further testing for the compound we synthesize. Yeah. So the IC50 in micromolar value data for all the test compound are shown in this table, in table 2. Yeah. So like at the HeLa, we compare with cisplatin and doxorubicin. Uh, with cisplatin showing little bit higher, but with doxorubicin, it is much smaller. Yeah. And for doxorubicin, as you can see here, the data here, the the index is also not quite good because less than 1. But our result also not very good as well, not very good either, because none of the result showing more than 10. We honestly do not desire to have this one, but this other result, we cannot do anything. So that's why we now trying many other compound in our coworker laboratory in order to get the best compound that show selectivity index more than 10, so we can do further tests for the compound we synthesize. Because if we have Si more than 10, then it means the compound is not toxic against normal cell. Mean it can be further test for like in vivo or maybe clinical trial in the future. Based on the data in table 2, the IC50 of all compound tests are higher than the standard drug, cisplatin and doxorubicin, but the IC50 value obtained for them are still very low and strong enough to be categorized active as anti-cancer. Back to this data again. Although for MCF and A459, actually the data obtained are not so bad again compared to cisplatin and doxorubicin. Yeah. However, for the HeLa, it is sorry, not so bad again doxorubicin. Yeah. Although the IC50 value are higher than the standard drug, by far still much lower than the minimum required. So we are optimistic that in the future maybe will be able to be used for anti-cancer drug, uh, similar to cisplatin or doxorubicin or other anti-cancer drug that are in the market right now. So we conclude that the anti-cancer activities IC50 value of the three organotin for synthesized were higher than the standard drug used, cisplatin and doxorubicin. However, the results obtained are quite promising for future anti-cancer drugs. We plan to use different starting material and the ligands to get stronger compound for candidate of anti-cancer. Maybe we also later on will be testing with other cancer like maybe colon or others. Yeah, maybe with other breast cancer like other cancer. Yeah, the starting material will be varied with diphenyltin 4 oxide and 3-phenyltin 4 hydroxide. The ligand would be varied with derivative of nitrobenzoic acid and others. We plan also not only nitrobenzoic acid, but also aminobenzoic acid, and then chlorobenzoic acid, and other ligand that that may be showing good result as anti-cancer. So we would like to thank the project by Asian Development Bank and Universitas Lampung Indonesia. This work was funded from 2022 to this year, and maybe will be extended for next year. Those people that helped us in the NMR experimentation, Dr. Hua Huang, IMBUQ, and Professor Usman, USM, Professor Buhari Yamin for helping in microanalysis, all member of my research group who have worked very hard to get all the data. Well, some of them actually have finished this year, and unfortunately, the new one, the new member, are not in the photograph. Maybe next year, conference will be changed to the new photograph. Thank you for your attention, and hope the information we gave in this presentation will be helpful. And surely we expect that in the future we will have a good data as anti-cancer, and maybe in the near future we will get a good new drug as anti-cancer. Thank you for your attention once again, and see you in other time. Good afternoon.